Hi, boys and girls. We're going to do a couple more of our stations. Remember the other day we did the first and second. Jesus was in the garden with his friends. Remember that? And he got a little bit upset because they fell asleep while he was praying. And he was so scared that time. We talked about that. And then the second one was Jesus was betrayed by his friend Judas. And we've talked about what betray means. It means that he tricked him. He actually brought the soldiers with him and told the soldiers, the one that I kiss will be the one that you're going to arrest, which was Jesus. You know that. So now the third station is called Jesus is condemned by the Sanhedrin. And what that means is the Sanhedrin were the guys that were in charge in those days. If they felt like someone was breaking the law, especially if it had to do with their religion, the person got really in bad trouble. And so you can tell this man is very angry because they're claiming that Jesus is saying he's the Son of God, which we all know he is, but they didn't know that. They thought Jesus was just some guy that was just saying that. So here's how the story goes. It says the Sanhedrin was a group of religious leaders that were in charge of the temple. When Jesus was brought to them, they said, "If you are the Messiah, the Savior, just say so." But Jesus answered, "If I tell you, you will not believe me, and if I question you, you will not respond. But from this time, the Son of Man will be seated at the right hand of the power of God." They all asked, "Are you then the Son of God?" Jesus answered, "You say that I am." Then they said, "We don't need to hear what anyone else says about him. We have heard it from his own mouth." And so they're saying that Jesus is claiming that he's the Son of God, when in reality he said, "You guys are the ones that said it." So it's a little bit confusing, but so this was the man that handed him over, or suggested that he be handed over to have his punishment. And so that's the next station. So the next one after that is the fourth station. And this is the one that says Jesus is denied by Peter. So if someone denies you, they say, "I don't know him or her. Never heard of him in my life. I don't know who you're talking about." So that's what one of the apostles, Peter, did. It says, "Now Peter was sitting outside in the courtyard. One of the maids came over to him and said, you too were with Jesus." But he denied it in front of everyone, saying, "I don't know what you're talking about." As he went out to the gate, another girl saw him and said to those who were there, "This man was with Jesus of Nazareth." Again, Peter said, "I don't know that man." A little later, others came over and said to Peter, "For sure you are one of them. Even your speech gives you away." At that, Peter began to curse and swear, "I do not know the man." And immediately a rooster crowed. Then Peter remembered what Jesus had said, because before this, Jesus made a prediction. He said, before the rooster crows, he said to Peter, "You will deny me 3 times." And indeed he did. Peter went out and began to cry very hard because he knew he made a really bad choice, that everyone recognized that he was one of Jesus' friends. But he was afraid. He was afraid if you're noticed as one of Jesus' friends, that you would be put to death as well. So that's why he did it. But so he felt very, very sorry about that. So next time I'll do the next couple of stations with you and see if we can't get all the way to the end by Friday, by Good Friday. All right, boys and girls, good job listening. I'll see you soon.